All right, peace, peace, peace. What up, what up, what up? First and foremost, hopefully the most on your house shines blessing your day. By his mercies you're not consumed. And yeah, man, like I went to earlier, man, like say people to your loved ones, man, that you love them too, man. I just want to say that too, man. Can appreciate life, man. When we're alive in the most high in your house, our body being spiritually alive, also too physically alive, man. The pros of life, man. Like, I the name of the pros of life because that I've been listening to that Pearl Jam song "Alive," man. That song's really deep about what it's actually about. Because actually, it was actually about what I was talking to with a sister earlier today, one of my old coworkers. So we were talking into like being like the whole stepdad thing and like men take care of other men's children and and yeah, things of that nature. And we just kind of talking about that, but actually, what the song is about, if y'all know that follow that, if y'all listen to that, I think it's alternative rock, that grunge music, grunge rock, that type that started with Nirvana and Pearl Jam and other people in the like early '90s. In the whole Seattle, Washington area, the West Coast, from that see it pretty much that Seattle area. What that song is about, pretty much, is about a man. It's about pretty much a boy find out like his father's actually not his father, but alive, but he's but the song's called Alive because pretty much he's saying spiritually, I'm still alive. And, and his actual dad died pretty much, or was in the hospital dying. But, that's what the song is about. But that's neither here nor there. I also want to go into that too, because I might put this on my other on a movie channel as well. But yeah, man, I just saw Gladiator 2, man. I just want to get, because I just want to get this Ecclesiastes 1 and 9, man. Shout out to the brother from Assembly of Firstborn, man, because, he's kind of going into, yeah, if I do put this on this movie channel, yes, like, I know some people that watch movie channel, like, might not believe in scriptures, but hey, it is what it is. Also, too, it's historical as well. This Bible is a historical book as well, so that's why I'm going to go to different things, but, I'm just going to cover different things in top. Let me grab this Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. It says, that the thing that had been, it is now which shall be, and that which is done, the done is which shall be done. And there's no new thing under the sun. So yeah, man, there's no new thing under the sun, man. Because just watching this too, man, it's just like I'm really seeing there's no new thing on the sun, man, because I was just going into shout out to brother send me firstborn as well, man, because he's going to like how in the ancient world, how different nations, like there was a bit of like things of nature of like you could say racism or like or things about how things are according to like modern times due to nationality things and nature. There was a lot of that too, but it wasn't that so much. It was like shout out to brother send me firstborn, like he said, it was so much like if the nation would conquer another nation, it wouldn't be like pretty much the same. Oh, like our just because our nationality would be superior to you. It's our God is superior to your God, and that's what they're going to in Gladiator 2, and it's all throughout the scriptures as well, man. So that's why the Most High would say a lot of times, listen, I'll destroy their gods. I'll show that I'm the God of gods, like and even that's why Moses said, listen, like, in Exodus 32, when he's about to destroy us, he said, listen, but the Egyptians will say that, you delivered us out here just to destroy us. So that was another reason why, that's another story for another day. That's another reason why the Most High didn't do what he do, what he didn't destroy us. But, I wanted to say that too, man, that's how it was back in the ancient world. It was more like, more of your gods, like, a nation, or civilization was pretty much based on that person's God, that person's God. Each like, say if like, the Edomites or not say like the Egyptians, like, the Canaanites, the Philistines, the Ammonites, the Moabites, things of that nature. It was all like, off of their gods in other nations as well. So that's just how it is. It's still like that to this day, but now it's more kind of different. But yeah, man, and I kind of noticed that too. But also too, man, no new thing under the sun, man. Because like I'm just gonna go into there's no new thing under the sun in this aspect. I'm not going. I might, Lord's willing, to delve into the other aspects of the movie probably later on. I'll probably have to rewatch it and take notes. But yeah, man. Because also too, man, that's why this is the modern Esau. This is Esau kingdom. Esau. I'm of the belief like so-called Caucasian, so-called white man, because it's all extended like extended up that, man, because like even if you because of course like it says in Obadiah things in nature about the ego, and if you like, one, I saw this last year in the book of Clarence, and two, like you saw this in Rome, their symbol is the the eagle, man. What's the American symbol? It's the eagle. So that's just another aspect. Um, but also too, man, if you go into that like too, and if you look in the, if y'all see watch a movie like the jail, the prison scenes, man, it's just like modern prison, man. Like it's just like how it was set up. It's like okay, it's probably a lot of differences, but the prisons in there like kind of no different, man. So pretty much, man, this stuff is all because actually I was talking about this with my dad, my pop, like he and the brother from GMS, he made a video about this. I didn't watch the whole video, but he said, "Listen, New York was pretty much based off of Rome, man, and that's really true. That's what if you do research on it, it was pretty much based off of Rome. And other, I think, parts of this city, parts of the country as well, is pretty much an extension of a Roman Empire, man. Like that's just all America is, like So that's what second Edges 6 and 9, like Esau's end of the world, Jacob's beginning of it follow. So yeah, man, and it's like yeah, man. So yeah, even if you look at the prison, I was gonna say something else too, but I'm gonna get to that later. But also too, man, like shout out to the brothers from Believers of the Way. They did a class like a while back talking about like Esau and things of that nature. And they went Esau and things of that nature into like their weapons, things of that nature. But I'm not going to go too delve into that. But they did. I got to find the article where they did mention how like just how like and I think Rome was the first one to start it. Just how like there's no new thing under the sun. Like when Rome would conquer a place, they would set up an army there. They would similar now, like with America, they set up army bases throughout the world. Like that's just is what it is. And also too, they how the modern day military trains is how the Romans train pretty much. So that's where they get it from because it's just damn they're the same people pretty much. Now, of course, I'm at least not every so-called Caucasian you see is Edomite, but majority of them are. But I'm just saying that to say like that's where they get this from, man. That's so how the modern day army trains is how like the Romans train, man. That's how they train. So because there was a scene in there. I might upload the clip, but So yeah, man, there's no nothing thing on the sun. Also, too, man, even in the war scenes, in the stadium scenes, like in Gladiator, like this is how it's no new thing under the sun. Too is really similar. That's God, because America is pretty much modern day Rome. It's a modern day, of course, like Egypt and Babylon, all that things of nature. But it's more like because extension of the Roman Empire because even this is another reason because like if you watch a movie like they changed like just if you watch sports teams. I was actually watching a video of this the other day. How like because y'all I'm not sure y'all go to sports games. I've been to sports games like me Philly. I've been to Eagles games, Sixers game. Never been to Flyers game, but I went to a Phantoms game once. But Phantoms aren't running anymore. There was another team in the AHL in the hockey league. But how a lot of times too like because different at stadiums they set up for different like basketball and hockey. They have a setup crew, things of that nature. It doesn't take as long as people think. I was watching a video. It says it's not really an 8-hour thing. It really takes 2 hours because they have a long crew. But you know how they set up for basketball games, hockey games, or even sometimes concerts. That's how they did in even in the ancient world when you watch Gladiator too. Because there's scenes if y'all seen the movie where they they had this regular sand battlefield in the arena pretty much. But then they I'm sorry. On the other battle, one of the other battles they had, they had just the water and they had the ship come in. So that's how it's kind of a similar. Those that seen the movie, sorry y'all, hold on y'all. Hey, those that seen the movie know what I'm talking about because like they had the shark in the water and things of that nature. But then but in the other battles they just had the war on the sand. So that's kind of similar to now because pretty much man and also too they shout out to bro Chronicles of Judah as well, like and also to the Romans and things of that nature, soldiers in the ancient world, but pretty much like the Romans and things like Edomites and things of that nature of the ancient world, they didn't always fight to the death as well. And a lot, quite except there's a lot of actually too. Let me get into this too because I touched on this in the 300 video. Like the original Greeks and stuff like that, they were Jakes, they were so-called black men, things of that nature too. The original Greeks and things of that nature. A lot of original things were so-called black people or Jake were our people, but that's neither here nor there. But I say that to say, but Romans did like they didn't they didn't fight like the soldiers back then. They always didn't fight to the death. It's kind of like similar to now how in the sports world, like how and they did travel city to city, and they did have cheerleaders back then. Just like the ancient soldiers, those Romans things in the ancient world, they had that as well. And they used to tailgate as what we call tailgating now. They did that in the ancient world as well. Like before fights, and they would I guess sometimes sacrifice animals to other gods or eat to other gods, things of that nature. But they would do that too. This is how we see modern times they tailgate at this. There's no new thing under the sun. So kind of remind me when I saw Book of Clarence last year, man. And that's why it's so important to, let me get this in Wisdom Psalm 8 and 8, because that's why it's so important to study the ancient world as well, man. Because we get, because you know what it is too. You become like the Brother Chronicles Judah says. You become like it's a lot of times too. We could in this society as well as this part of society's world I don't like, because it's kind of, you could become a futurist now. You could think like things are better now than they were then, not realizing the nuances and how there's nothing new thing under the sun, man. Like of course certain things now, because honestly now all this modern world is just a remix of the ancient world, man. It's nothing new under the sun, man. All this stuff has been happening, man. So I'm about to grab this Wisdom Psalm 8 and 8, but just like in just like in Book of, I said about to say Book of Clarence, man. Just like y'all seen a movie right now. There's a seeing pretty much what Jake does now, man. They're pretty much smoking weed, pretty much trying to get away from their problems, man. Or just they was again, well, one, they was getting high just to get high. They was kind of getting high, and two, they was like it was the flowing scene in Book of Clarence. So that's another movie as well. I kind of touched on that when it came out in other videos. I might touch on it more, Lord willing, but that's another movie that shows you there's nothing new under the sun, man. So and yeah, so that's another thing too. What else did I had? Let me get this in Wisdom Psalm 8. Because there was some things. Oh yeah, I was gonna bring that point out too. Let me get this in Wisdom Solomon, man. Because I'm just really realizing from the historical aspect, there's really nothing new on it. So yeah, here it is. At Wisdom Solomon 8 in verse 8, it says, "If a man desire much experience, she knoweth things of old, and conjureth what is to come. She knoweth the subtleties of speeches, and can expound on dark sentences. And she foresees signs and wonders, and the event of season and time." So yeah, man, I was wondering you want to focus on that part when it says, she know things are old, man. No, that's like Job. It kind of lines up with Job 8 and 8 and seeking out the book of your fathers and other scriptures in the Bible, but also too studying, even like on a natural tip, studying the ancient world, knowing history, things of that nature, man. So that's just is what it is too, man. Because because a lot of times too, it's good to study that, like the Bird Chronicles Judah said, man. Like one time he says, then you'll have more understanding of things, man. It helps you, the loves open up your understanding of other things too. Like even the word tells you that. Even David said that in one of the Psalms. I searched out things that studied the ancients. They pretty much. It was somewhere in the Psalms, but yeah, man. But yeah, that's what I was about to go into. I was actually reading I got an email while I was going to read this article or this little a little article, but pretty much, and that's how there's nothing new under sun, man. Because it's slightly different, but it was said like in ancient Rome. I might put the link up there. Hopefully, there's a link to it. But the palm trees like were a sign of victory, pretty much, man. Like after they would have victory in wars, they would have palm trees, pretty much, or that was a sign of victory. Kind of no different than now, even though it's not a victory. But well, actually, yeah, because a lot of times what do sports teams do after they win the championship? What, they go on different vacations? Of course, they go to Disney World. That's another story for another day. That's more the occultic on the left hand side, why that happens. But it also too is a sports ritual, it's a sports tradition. But that's another reason for another day why they go to Disney World. But also too, man, that's just like another thing. But after times, what do they do? I mean, not only teams that win the championship go on vacations, things of that nature, but also teams that get knocked out because listen, they got the money, they're just gonna do that. I mean, shoot, there's the athletes are gonna do that in general. That's just even people that have money is gonna do that in general. But anyway, I said to say that, but I'm saying the championship because that's similar to like getting a victory in war, pretty much reaching the highest level, and that's what the palm trees represent victory, man. So I might try to share that article, man. So that's the thing that I was reading, which is interesting, man. Ancient Rome that they did, man. But yeah, man, I was just going to the aspect of and they had man, it was just a good movie, man. And it's just it was a good movie without now hopefully it's a resurgence of this because I was watching a video the other day, man, about why movies suck now. The guy does a video, I forgot his YouTube channel's name now. He said, listen, man, and one of the videos I watched, he said because they hate men, man. It's just like that traditional male lead, without all these agendas. Because now, like I said this to my brother, like things are just agenda driven now, man. That's in sports, music, TV now. It's not just about making a good product and and actually too, like there's of like this regular masculine men anymore. That's just like not That's just not a thing now. Now with this one, it was good. That's why I was getting so good because it had this traditionally, like, a male lead, not too much. Cause there was undertones of things, and that's just another video for another day about. There's undertones of, like, the mother gods worship divine feminine, or the little hidden agendas. But that's is what it is. But it was just really good seeing that. It was true, just seeing that just thing that just, like, no thing with some agenda about it, or just some, like, some, like, over the top some homosexuality type of thing, or some feminist type of thing, or some other woke type of stuff, man. That's just, like, it's kind of too much. But anyway, man, but that's just is what it is, though. It was a good, great movie, man, but it's really nothing new under the sun, man. Once you watch, it's like, wow, man, you see what like they do now, because all this Rome is let me just grab a second Edge 69. This is all an extension of that, man. Because Hera was Idumea. Idumea means Edom, and Edom, like, Idumea is just for Edom. So, and so, yeah, man. That's just, let me get second Edge 69, man, just to show you. Also, two Lamentations 4 as well, but I'll grab the second Edge 6 in verse 9. It says, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of that followeth." So, yeah, man, that's just is what it is too, man. So, yeah, man, that's just nothing new on the sun. To watch Gladiator 2. Hopefully, this is edifying, pretty. And yeah, shout out to my brother. I don't want to say his name, but yeah, I finally seen Gladiator 2. So, yeah, it's good. I liked it. So I might see it again, Lord willing. But yeah, man, and it's good to actually. I'm not gonna get to that. That's a little personal, but yeah, man, it's good. So hopefully this is edifying. So peace.